Good morning, everyone. I'm Milind Thakare from S.VK.T college. Today, in this lecture, we are going to see a poem, Uphill, written by Christina Rossetti. We are going to analyze, and after the lecture, we are going to do some assessment. Uphill. Through this poem, we are going to learn some features of the poetry, and also we are going to know the beauty of communicative power of English. Uphill poem is a different poem from others. It is written by Christina Rossetti. This poem is written in a common style. There are 4 verses with 4 lines each. The poem is as follows. Does the road wind uphill all the way? Yes, to the very end. Will the day's journey take the whole long day? From morn to night, my friend. But is there for the night a resting place? A roof for when the slow dark hours begin? May not the darkness hide it from my face? You cannot miss that inn. Shall I meet other wayfarers at night? Those who have gone before. Then must I knock or call when just in sight? They will not keep you standing at that door. Shall I find comfort, travel sore and weak? Of labor you shall find the sum. Will there be beds for me and all who seek? Yeah, beds for all who come. So, this is the poem. This poem, as we read this poem, you will find it that it is written in a very simple style. And there are 4 verses. 4 stanzas are there, and each stanza consists of 4 lines. And there are, going through this poem, you will realize that there are 2 narrators. The first narrator is asking the question, and the second narrator is responding to that question. Means one is asking the question and the other narrator is answering. He is providing the answer. And these both narrators are kept different. If you look at the poem, it is rhymed in A, B, A, B. So every A line is spoken by the first narrator who is asking the question. And the B line is of another narrator who is providing the answer. So these lines, they are the alternate between asking questions and giving answers. So this poem is like a conversation poem. The conversation is going on between 2 persons. And so when we read this poem, we find it very easy to read and follow. there is a flow, and this poem, as we know, it is an exchange of questions and answers between the two narrators. You see, the first stanza, the first line, the first narrator asks the question, does this road wind uphill all the way? Now here, the first narrator is asking about the road, that whether this way goes uphill at the top of the hill till the end. The response is that yes, this is the way to the uphill till the end. The same road goes to the, or it is up to the end of the uphill. And then the next question the narrator asks, will the day's journey take the whole long day? Means, will I have to walk the whole long day to get to the top of the uphill, top of the hill? Will it take the entire day to get to my destination? The second narrator responds, yes, from morn to night, my friend. It will take the whole entire day. You will have to walk from morning to night. It will take the whole full day. And now we realize that the first narrator is very tired, and he wants to get to his destination as early as possible. And he wants to know, he is very anxious to know that how long the way is, how long the road is. So it will take at least 24 hours. And means if he is walking, he has been walking from morning, and he will reach to his destination till the night. Now the responses, if we see, they are little yes no type. Yes, the question is big and the answer, the response is very small. They are very clear. And this is the characteristic of the poem. In the next stanza, again, the first narrator is asking a question. But is there for the night a resting place? A roof for when the slow dark hours begin. Now in the second stanza also, the question answers continue. And we can realize that the first narrator is very tired. He wants to know that is there a resting place when there will be night? And the response is that yes, there is a roof for when the slow dark hours begin. Now when the first narrator is asking the question, is there for the night's a resting place, we come to know that he is unsure and he lacks the confidence. He does not know how long he can walk. He is unsure about the place. He has never traveled before there. And so he's so tired, he wants to know, he wants to take a rest. He wants to know whether he can stay there at night. Because it had taken a long time. He has been walking for a long. His journey has been very long. So when the second speaker tells him that there is a roof for when the slow dark hours begin, that there is a place that exists, that you can have a rest when you will go there at night. So he is trying to convince him that you can walk there and you will get a place to rest. Don't worry about it. Then again, we can see the first speaker lacks of confidence or he is unsure. Again he has some doubts. May not the darkness hide it from my face? Then he is again unsure and he asks that, will I be able to see that resting place there? Don't you think that due to darkness, I would not be able to find that place? He has doubts, and because it will be very dark when he will get to that place. But the speaker again responds that you cannot miss that inn. It will be in your way. You will certainly see it. So in the second stanza, we come to know that there is some fear in the mind of the first speaker. He is doubtful how his journey is going to take place. And he wants to know. He is asking the questions, means he is having some doubts in his mind. He lacks the confidence and there is a fear in his mind. So, in the third stanza again, the question answers still begins. It continues in the third stanza also. Means he has still more doubts. He is unsure about the destiny. Now, shall I meet other wayfarers at night? The first speaker, when he sees that the second speaker has cleared his all doubts, that when you will reach there, when you will get to the uphill, you will find a place to rest. But still he has some doubts, that he asks again that will I be able to meet other travelers at night there? Am I alone there? He is not sure. He doesn't know that, or he has doubt that if someone has gone before him or not. But the second speaker tells him, yes, the travelers who have gone before you, the wayfarers have gone before you, you will find them at the inn. You shall meet them. See, this is, now he gets one doubt clear and again he asks the question, then must I knock or call when just in sight? He asks again. When I will go to the top, when I will go to the inn, shall I knock it or shall I call someone? Means he thinks, again he has doubts. There is an inn, there is a place to rest, there is a place of shelter, and he thinks that the first speaker has some doubt that he thinks that when he will reach there, when he will get to the inn, will they take him in? Will he be unwelcomed there? Will other travelers let him in? So these are the doubts in his mind. So he asks, when I get there, shall I knock or call when just in sight? The speaker tells him, they will not keep you standing at that door. They means the travelers who have gone before you, they will not keep you standing. Means there is no need for you to knock the door, or there is no need to call someone. You will find friends. They will take you in. So in the third stanza, we see that the speaker is still unsure. He still has a fear in his mind. He lacks the confidence. The confidence which he lacked in first stanza continues in the second stanza also. And in the third stanza also we come to know that still he has not gained any confidence. The second speaker has cleared his doubts. Then, in the last stanza, he asks, shall I find comfort, travel sore and weak? The answer is, of labor you shall find the sum. Will there be beds for me and all who seek? Yeah, beds for all who come. So in the third stanza, we come to know that in the last stanza, that there are two travelers, two speakers are there. One is asking the other the questions, and he has some doubts. He is walking up in the hill. The first speaker is asking the questions. In the last stanza again he asks the question, shall I find comfort, travel sore and weak? That when I will get there, will I be able to relax there? Will I be comfortable there? Because I have been tired, I have been weak, walking uphill for a whole long day, for a full day. And you will realize that the second speaker he is also trying to encourage him. He is clearing his doubts. Then he says, of labor you shall find the sum. That when you will get there, you will feel comfortable. There is a place for you. Then, again there is a last doubt in his mind. That after getting there, the first speaker thinks that when he will find a place to rest, when he will be in the inn, in the shelter, he asks again the question, will there be beds for me and all who seek? And he is asking that when I will get there, will there be a bed for me to relax? Will I get a place to rest? Not only that, the travelers who are traveling uphill, will they also get a place to rest? Will they also be admitted in the inn? Will they get a bed to rest? Who want? The travelers who are coming. The second speaker says that, yes, beds for all who come. There is enough place. You will get, or all who come will have enough place to rest. So you may find this poem that there are two travelers, two speakers are there. One is going upwards. The first speaker comes across the second speaker. He is asking the questions. And the second speaker is answering him, clearing his doubts. He is trying to encourage him that don't worry. And there are various interpretations. There is a metaphor also. There are two voices in the poem. The first voice is struggling and wants some rest. The first speaker is a struggler and he wants to rest. And the other speaker who is encouraging him to complete the journey, that you will find a place, you just walk. So, the speaker, when the poem opens, the first speaker is that he is going upwards, up top to the uphill. Now, there are various interpretations. This poem, the one interpretation is that this poem may be about death. It may be also about the heaven. And the first speaker is unsure. We are also unsure that who is speaking, who actually the first speaker is. There can be various views, there can be various interpretations, that whether it is a soul or a person who is traveling towards heaven. or is it death that is traveling towards heaven, or whether this poem is after the speaker's death and the soul is asking the question. So the poetess, she has used question and answer structure. So this is the poem. That climbing this hill, it was very difficult journey. It's not that easy. If it was easy, the traveler may not have asked questions. And perhaps the other interpretation may be that there are two persons. The first person wants to go to his, or he is traveling at unknown destination. So he is asking that he wants to get there. And he has some doubts because it is dark. He wants to reach it there and he is very tired. So, this poem, if we see, it is of 4 stanzas, each one in a quatrain. This each stanza deals with a doubt. Each stanza or each question deals with a worry, or it is a concern of matter of the first speaker. And there is a feeling that the speaker is moving to his or her destination. He is getting clear his doubts. And so he is asking the questions. And the poem finishes with a feeling of inclusiveness. As everyone who will get to the top uphill, maybe it's a paradise, it's a heaven. When they will get to the top, they will be offered a place. There is enough place to get other travelers in. So this is the poem. Now, if you have any doubts, you may send those to, I have given you the email address. And at last, I would like to give an assignment on the main theme of the poem. You should send this assignment to the following email address. With this, we have seen that the main theme of the poem, it is about death, it is about heaven, it is about having a place to rest. This poem is written in the question and answer forms, and it's very easy to understand. With this, we shall stop here. Thank you very much.